What up? What up? What up, people? Episode 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We made it, man. Through the COVID and everything. It's your man, your boy, your ace, Mitch Aver. We're here. As always, the number one co-host in the world, Mr. James Westleason. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? What's going on? Go Raiders! Raiders!
You gotta throw that in there. I get it. Hey, man, we got a real special guest, man. He's not from No Maam. He's from another fantasy league of mine. He's a great dude, a fantasy guru, if you ask me. I mean, personally, I think the guy's a genius. He doesn't like to trade. He's not a big trading guy. But this dude drafts like no other, man. And he manages a team. He's one of the best general managers. And we'll plug him at the end, but he has a GM 101 class. I'm just saying. We'll give the info later. But my man, Austin. What's up, Austin?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
Man. Oh, anytime. We may have some special pop-up guests. Gina's had a prior engagement, the other co-host, and word on the streets is that Marshall was going to join us. But, hey, man, let's just jump right into it, dude. I mean, this was, before we get into the recaps of the week of the games, I want to say this, man. This was unprecedented this week. I mean, we had more COVID cases. We had more delays. What are you guys' thoughts on that real quick? I mean, what do you think about it? About, the pushing of the games? I love it personally. Shit, we got football on Thursday, Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. Any day of the week, man. COVID it up.
It's cool. We're going to miss Thursday this week, but, I mean, you just got to adjust, treat it like a bye week. It's just going to suck when they shut teams down, because then you can lose like 3-4 players if you ain't got the bench for it. But you just got to adjust.
Is the bubble an answer, though?
I don't know. It's football, man. There's a whole lot more people than basketball.
Well, no, I mean, so right. I thought about this today. What about I know it sounds crazy, but like a traveling bubble? Where, it's like you're making sure these guys aren't going out, aren't doing anything to get themselves in danger or whatever, keeping it clean. I think they can, dude, it's $1 billion industry. They can make it happen.
Right. But, I mean, I've actually had a suggestion for this. If they did this right here, right? So, basically, with the 16 weeks this year and this extra playoff spot. So, why not break the season down, into fourths? You have 4 teams that play round robin over here. You stay in this bubble. After that 4 weeks, maybe take like a week or 2 break. Then move on to another bubble, and you keep rotating that way. So you keep everybody there at the same time.
So it cuts out home field advantage and stuff like that. Because I think the Seahawks are hurting the most from this. They don't have the 12th man.
No, that's not a big deal. I don't think.
I mean, they're winning.
They have Russell Wilson.
Right.
Exactly.
They're winning, but so is that official, Wes? Is it official? No game on this Thursday at all?
Correct.
Okay.
Game that was Thursday, they moved to Monday. We got 2 Mondays.
So 2 Monday night games. Okay.
I actually like that better.
Me too.
Like I think it's better for the fans because you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and it's better for the players because you're not playing, ramping up to messing up your whole routine.
Right.
And then playing again Thursday, less injuries hopefully because there's a lot of soft tissue injuries. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this week we saw some stars. We had some big like tonight. I mean, Tannehill went for 36 points. That's a good fantasy week for Tannehill. A.J. Brown, I think, had 21 points. Side note, I sat him. I played West. We'll talk about that later, but I lost. Whatever. I mean, any games stand out to you guys that you want to talk about that you like this week that.
Yeah, actually, the Chargers game.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. If y'all don't have him now, pick him up. Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, baby.
That dude be throwing the ball.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Keenan Allen didn't play most of the game. He still threw like 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, he's ridiculous. I mean, that Mike Williams, really good. He looked like he got a little banged up at the end of the game too, but that he has a connection with Hunter Henry. I mean, he likes Hunter. So if you got Hunter, play him. I mean, every week.
It's everybody to me. It's everybody.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
got piece.
the battle of the worst defenses in football, Dallas and the Giants. Shout out to Dak. Hope you get better soon, buddy.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was bad. That was bad.
I was like,
I changed the channel. I saw it. I changed the channel. I was like, oh, don't need to see that again.
I was like, man, why is he crying, man? His shoe was off. Just put the shoe on.
Right.
Oh, that's his foot. Oh.
That, and it's my son. My son was like, Dad, do you think his shoe just came off? I was like, no, that's his foot at an angle, bro.
Yeah.
From a fantasy perspective, that's killer because Dak was putting up numbers, like fantasy legend numbers, so it's whoever had Dak is definitely gonna have to take, look, Andy's a great. If I had Dak, I'd be on the waiver wire trying to get Andy. If Justin wasn't available, obviously.
I would say this about quarterbacks: if it's not Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, I'm not gonna say Aaron Rodgers because he has about a couple weeks before it gets cold, and then he's gonna hand the ball right off to Aaron Jones, and people are gonna be sad, like, "Oh, what happened with Aaron Rodgers?" Like, this happens all the time. Like,
Right.
if it's not one of those
the
three,
first snow hits, it's over.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
or well, I can't say Cam right now because it kind of depends on who they play against.
Right.
Depends on how he plays. So Belichick is like either run it or throw it. But yeah, like if it's not one of those three, I would just stream your quarterbacks. Look for the best matchup, pick them up, move on from there. There's no need to trade for a quarterback.
Right.
Nope.
No.
It's magic.
It's magic.
Exactly. Hey, I went to the championship last year in another league with Tannehill. But Tannehill's playing pretty good right now too. So.
Tannehill's lights out right now. I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, it's I think falling off the face of the planet is Garoppolo.
Who?
Garoppolo. See, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy G.
Jimmy G. I mean, he's definitely not what he used to be, and I don't even know what he really used to be. I mean, I think he was more of a manageable quarterback. The injuries are getting to him, and the offensive line really isn't that good. Plus, that team is so decimated right now; it's ridiculous.
Well, I have a question about that one. Do you think it's the injuries, or was Belichick right? Because Belichick gave him up for a bag of Skittles and a half bottle of Hennessy. People are like, "Oh my gosh, you gave him for nothing," and then he had a good 4 or 5 games at the end of the season when people were kind of like relaxing a little bit, and then people started, they had film on him. Mm-hmm. And then the only reason why the 49ers kept winning is because they had 3 running backs and they rotated them out the whole time. Right. They went to the Super Bowl by what? He passed for 77 yards one game?
Well, I mean, Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with 107 yards passing. So
what year was this though?
That was the year that
they played the Panthers.
The Panthers.
Oh, he was cooked then. He had a trick neck. He's throwing the pizzas across the thing.
But here's my thing. I'm going to say I'll kind of in two quick points. One is I kind of equate it to someone like Josh Norman. When Josh Norman was in the Panthers system, he was amazing. I mean, the guy was shut down. He's terrible right now. I mean, Derrick Henry made him look like his bitch.
Oh my gosh,
that was bad.
Yeah,
he threw it like a kid.
But it's been like that. Even when he was in Washington, he really wasn't that good. He became more mouth than he was. But so with Jimmy G, kind of the same thing. In the Belichick ran system, Jimmy G played good when he needed to. When he came in for Tom Brady, he needed to, and he played good. Maybe it's the Kyle Shanahan system out there.
That's what I think.
Maybe, and also, look at it like this. He only had, the only threat on that team right now is George Kittle.
I got to give Debo time to come back.
But again,
they got that young kid, Ayuk, so give him time, man.
You got to give him time. But I don't think Jimmy G is a quarterback that has time for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. We can move on. The sleepers, we don't need to talk about the Jacksonville game against the Texans or the Rams or the Washington game. The surprise game to me, and here I gotta say this because I want to talk about it and yes ma'am, no ma'am as well. People need to relax. about, and actually, you know, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it for Are You Serious? Because I got a good one, and not saying that he's gonna be bad, but you guys will hear. That game was weird. I thought the Steelers were gonna run all over him. I didn't get that game. That was kind of weird, but another sleeper was the Jets and the Cardinals. So whatever. Let's talk about the Raiders, man. Let's do it, Wes. Let's talk about the Raider game. I mean, Derek Carr is to me. If he has 3 weeks in a row that are really good, he could become borderline elite quarterback with the talent that he has there. I think Gruden is letting him be who he wants to be. I just think that sometimes he doesn't pull the trigger enough. What's your thoughts?
That's the thing. With Derek Carr, the thing with him was, to me, as a Raider fan, I look at him as a little bit above average game manager. Like he's 5-yard passes. He's going to get you good percentages. The only thing is he's not going to throw interceptions, but he's going to fumble. So you got to keep a clean pocket for him.
Right.
But I always felt that he didn't have the weapons. Since he lost Cooper and Crabtree, he didn't really have weapons. Like, I think Crabtree had the hands. Carr was confident in throwing it to him, and Cooper was young. So he had that. But when Gruden came in and stripped the team down, and it was just Carr, then you saw, okay, Carr's overrated. His stats are not what they look like because he's 70% completion, but he's only throwing like 20 touchdowns a year. And I was like, well, he don't have the weapons because Carr he'll get you the ball, but he needs guys that can make plays after the catch.
Right.
And Carr don't throw enough 50-50 balls to give the receivers enough, give him that chance to make a play. And that's what you were saying. Like, you saying he's gun shy. It's like, that's correct because he don't throw up them 50-50 balls to make the receivers go for it to make a play. He's worried about his stats. That's an incomplete pass. That's an incomplete interception.
Right.
He's not going to challenge himself. Now he's got weapons, and you can kind of see how that offense fit. And I told you guys last week, I said, don't look at Ruggs as production, but what he does for that offense, he opens up the inside for Waller. You can't stack the box for Jacobs. Now Carr can play action, and if that shot is there, now we got Aguilar back there that can run. You got Ruggs back there to run. Now you look like, hey, Carr, he's pretty good. I was like, he ain't doing nothing different.
You're leaving out to me one of the best guys on that team is Renfro.
Yeah, but what they do, it depends on how you match them up. Like if you're gonna play safe, 2 safeties over the top and all that stuff, and double Waller, then Renfro, he's going to be a factor because he's going to get single, and what they call him, he's always open, 7-11. He's always open. Right. It's just Carr, and I agree. He's Carr's, security blanket. When Carr needs something, he's going to Renfro.
Right.
It's either Renfro or Waller.
Right. No, I agree.
But, I'm happy. We beat the Chiefs. Like, we haven't beat the Chiefs in like the last 8 years, so. Right. And it happened to be the Super Bowl champ, so I'll take it.
Now, you guys play them twice a year. They're in your division, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you play them twice a year.
So it may not be the same next time. So.
Well, no, but you guys beat them in Kansas City. You didn't beat them at home. You beat them in Kansas City.
Don't matter.
And that's huge.
Yeah, but it's not like the fans were there, but I get it. Yeah, a road win is a road win. I'll take it.
Yeah. And Austin, I know you're a Panther fan, so I'm going to give you some love, buddy. And then we'll move on to
I know, first place Panther.
Dude, speak on it, baby. Just speak on it.
All right. I had no expectations when I came into the season. Everything that we're doing right now is bonus. So, I mean, it's kind of cool to watch football again and not be stressed because, like, all right, we can do this, whatever. Is Cam going to pull us out of the hole? No, if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. We have a very young team. The corners are going to get burnt, but they look like they're doing pretty well. I like our draft picks. Grass Matos is doing pretty well. Brian Burns, his second year, is playing extremely well.
I think he's playing very well.
Jeremy Chins was a steal in the draft. I don't know how that happened.
We got another. He must have known we were talking about the Panthers, and he's joining us right now. He's connecting to the video and the audio, so we'll let him join in. But yeah, no, dude, I co-sign on everything you just said. I mean, they're playing and they're having fun. That's what it's about, I think. Like that catch that Robbie Anderson made, dude.
Oh yeah,
that's catch of the year so far, in my opinion. I mean, Robbie is a beast. I mean, and I gave Marshall crap about him. I like what I'm seeing out of him. I like what he I like what he's doing for that team. And it's a shame because DJ Moore's kind of taking a back seat to him.
Well, yes and no, because they have about the same target percentage.
Okay.
Which is kind of, I was like, dang, is DJ Moore like the number? Nah, it's about even. Sometimes he just missed those slants.
Yeah.
And the offensive line is playing way better than what they did.
Way better than anyone expected.
So I actually put this in like my little Panther chat group. I said, so we had a Lambo, we didn't want to get insurance. Now that we have a Honda Accord, very reliable, fuel efficient, not too flashy.
Top coverage, baby.
Yep, perfectly nice, but it ain't a Lambo. We got full coverage on everything, including the cup holders.
Nice.
Hey,
So
that's a very good analogy. Are you on yet, man? What are you doing over there?
Look like he's robbing somebody's house.
Yeah, it looks like he's robbing someone. He's on the road right now, so he's having technical difficulties. We'll let him. We'll hope we can get his audio going here shortly. Yeah, real quick though, I want to talk about this COVID mess, man. I mean, it's really, before we get into are you serious? The COVID mess is, you said it, Austin. I mean, you got to treat it like a bye week, man. You really got to manage your schedule and your roster accordingly, and you got to take chances. Look, we'll talk about it later with me in No Ma'am. I sat AJ Brown, and I don't think I was going to start Tannehill. I was going to probably start Goff anyway. But if I would have started AJ Brown, I win. But I was so worried because over the last 19, over the last 2 weeks, 19 players or personnel and staffers got the COVID. I wasn't confident they were going to play the game today.
Yeah, this COVID stuff is wild. Like it's really weird for the actual NFL, but as far as fantasy, I guess you can tell. I guess you're either going to become a great GM after this,
right?
Yep.
You're going to be lost. It's like, all right, you can't have too many players on the same team. You can't have too many players in the same division. You can't have too many players on the same bye week because that bye week is going to move. You need to have a couple, 3 or 4 people that you can swap out like this real quick. If you see somebody who has COVID or IR, snatch them off the waiver, put them in your IR spot just to stash them because you never know what's going to happen in 3 weeks.
Right.
So you constantly got to check everything. But I think the NFL is actually doing a decent job of this.
Yeah, I would agree.
Of how they're handling it because it could get really bad. And hopefully we can finish the season. But yeah, COVID is people just have to realize that it's not going to be your standard thing. Like you're going to have to,
no, especially fantasy wise.
Right. You're going to have to be okay with change. It's not your standard Thursday, Sunday, Monday. It could be Tuesday.
And here's the thing too. When the flip side of it. The flip side of it is, I mentioned to you before we jumped on the air was now you got Tannehill the rest of the season. He's not on a bye week. So if you had 2 quarterbacks on your roster and you were maybe weak in another position and someone on the waiver, dude, I'd roll with 1 quarterback for a while if I could, I mean, it is the Titans, so they may catch the COVID again, but hopefully not. I'm not wishing that upon anybody. But
and if you need a quarterback, Gardner Minshew is always out there. He got me like 20-something, 25 points. I mean, and also I guess with the whole COVID thing and other stuff, I guess my little tips: build your roster to be sustainable without having a quarterback. That's what I do. Like if quarterbacks, I'll get them later. Like if I don't get Patrick Mahomes in the 2nd round, I'll wait. Like I think.
Philosophy? Wes,
What's that?
isn't that our philosophy? I mean, you don't get Patrick Mahomes in the 2nd round and someone like that. I mean, it's 6th, 7th round.
Yeah, we don't draft quarterbers early. At least that's my Mitchell. So
yeah,
kind of same.
Exactly. There's always a quarterback on waivers that can get you hopefully 20, 25 points and keep you afloat that week.
Right, because if you picked up Justin Herbert, you may have that guy for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, just 30 points. Because he threw 3 touchdowns in the last 2 or 3 games.
Yep.
So
300 yards.
Just throwing it. So I mean, it's Kirk Cousins is out there from week to week. There's a lot of quarterbacks. I think last year I picked up Darnold for 1 game, and he had the same amount of points as Lamar Jackson that week.
Oh yeah, Darnold lit it up. Darnold lit it up last year for the last 6 games of the season.
Yep, and I was like, look. And then I think 1 year I went to I went far in the playoffs. Blake Bortles was my quarterback. All those garbage points.
Championship. Hey, baby. Championship.
Hey, all I need is 20 points. That's it. Give me 20. I can get me a win. Just give me 20.
I know Blake was Mr. Garbage Time. He brought me a chip. Oh, man, delicious. Oh, that's when I really appreciated fantasy garbage time because Blake, the first 3 quarters, you want no parts of it. But he come out there that 4th quarter, get you about 250 and 2 touchdowns. You like, all right. $1 and a quarter. Gave me 25 points. I was like, yeah. But hold up. On the whole COVID thing, I feel it, but I think because I'm in this situation, you can fall in it where you got players on the IR and then a team hits COVID. Now you're like, because it's not like one team, because I got Michael Thomas. Cool. If, knocking on wood, my Raiders come down with COVID, I can have a whole bench of people on my bench. I mean, that's starting that I was like, yeah, I don't,
Well, he said you got to build depth. You got that. That's the key to winning this season.
But your depth may not be your depth may be the COVID.
True. I mean, how I was in your league.
Because look, like the teams that get COVID are affected, but also the other teams like Buffalo had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, that's right.
And they got screwed. So
they look like zombies tonight, man. They look like they had the COVID.
Exactly. So it's like Tennessee is messed up, those players, and now the Buffalo players are like. So if you built your team and you had Tennessee and Buffalo,
right?
You were shitting because you're like, hey, this game may not even be played.
Right.
Until about 12 hours ago.
And that's what I did. Reese, you with us, man? What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm sorry. I was having a little problems, man.
Here we go. Welcome to the show, baby. We got the one and only Marshall McGriff. Mr. Reese is in the house, baby.
What up? What up, baby? What up, baby? Only 40 miles from Jerry.
We can't see your face at all, just so you know. You're all dark and stuff, man.
Oh, God, where's the light at? Shit.
Yeah, it's right
Turn the light switch off. Hit the clapper.
I'm outside. Actually. Can you see me now?
No, it's like a static image.
Yeah, when you can figure this out, like America's Most Wanted style, when you can figure that out, man, just feel free to join in. But Austin, you are the guest this week, so I'm going to let you take the first crack. Anything fantasy-wise, I want you to tell the fans. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Oh, man.
Floor's on you, my friend.
Oh, man. Let's see.
It's a thinker, man.
Okay. You know what? I think this is a common trend. You don't start any of these players because they don't get any playing time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's like a wide receiver, maybe third, fourth wide receiver, and then bam, one dude gets hurt. That some guy comes, he doesn't even have pads on right now. He's in a warm up looking at his little tablet. Then he has 4 touchdowns.
Right. You and me, buddy, we're right here.
I don't know.
But okay, so Wes, I'm gonna give you the floor a second. I'm not even gonna do mine because I'm just gonna jump on with Austin. So are you serious? Because everyone is running to the waiver wire to pick up Claypool. He's not going to do this again. I'm sorry. He may have a good season. He seems like he knows how to run good routes, and he had a really good game. There's a reason no one started him.
It's an opportunity.
Right. But they played the Eagles.
You're looking better, Marshall.
Yeah, man, you're getting there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm in front of the hotel, so
There you go.
I'm listening to the conversation.
He's on. Where are you at right now? What state?
Grand Prairie, Texas. I'm in
Grand Prairie, Texas.
About 30 minutes from Jerry World.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Hey, go check on Dak for us, man.
Oh, I will not. What's up, fellas? How you doing, Austin? How you doing, Wes?
What's poppin', man?
What's going on? What's going on?
What am I, chopped liver?
Well, I just said hey to you first, Mitchell. You're the first person.
So
let me jump in on this conversation.
Hold on a second. So to piggyback on Austin with the "Are you serious? Really, you gonna smoke during the podcast? Really? Say no to drugs, man. Say no to drugs."
Really?
My thing is this: is that if you go to the waiver wire this week and you drop a player that, like you just said, wasn't maybe performing or whatever, and you drop him for Chase Claypool, I think you're making a mistake. That's so my "Are you serious?" is to the fantasy players out there.
Listen,
think before you make a harsh decision.
You got bye weeks coming up, man. People want to fill a roster. If they want to chase points and put him in, fine. But it's the same thing with your boy Madison. Like, if Cook ain't playing, Cook is coming back in a couple of weeks. But
they have a bye week. But they have a bye week next week. So if you waste a waiver wire,
I'm not going to give you value. Yeah, I'm not going to waste value on the waiver. No.
But if you need a running back this week, let's say you had Le'Veon Bell who just got released and isn't playing for nobody, and you need a running back this week, and you have a chance to get Madison, you get him. I mean, you have to, because he's playing this week. He's an able body. But like you said, I would drop my kicker for him.
Exactly, like my second defense, my second quarterback. Right. That's what I'm dropping. I'm not dropping nobody of value to get Madison.
Right. All right, Wes, what's your "Are you serious?" Give me a good one, man.
Now, first, mine was, and it's personal with me, it was Michael Thomas, because my number one pick, I only got about a quarter out of him this season.
I understand.
And I've been waiting for him to come back. I expected him to come back Monday, to hear Monday morning he had a fight. And I'm like, dude, you hurt. Why are you fighting?
Right.
Why are you fighting?
What are you fighting about?
I don't even care what you're fighting for. I'm like, why are you fighting?
Do y'all know why he was fighting?
Nah.
Yeah,
so there's rumors of Malcolm Jenkins is on the team. That in practice, Malcolm Jenkins kept calling him Slant Boy the whole practice. And then Michael Thomas.
But I thought he punched Gardner though, the second year safety. I thought he punched him.
We punched him?
Yeah, he punched him, but no. But he was but I guarantee you the defensive guy was with Malcolm Jenkins and saying, what's up, Slam Boy? What's up, Slam Boy?
Hey, but you know what? That team has been through a little stress all year. The Drew Brees comments, and then his whole team went against him on it. It's been a little lackadaisical all year with that team. So I don't know about the continuity of that team right now.
But I do want to say something about Drew Brees. Drew Brees is cooked.
No, I don't think so.
That arm.
I want to add Phillip Rivers to that too.
Phillip Rivers been cooked.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Been cooked.
He is baked. He is.
So
yeah, that game against Cleveland. Woo.
They were throwing those Papa John pizzas, yo. I remember. I had a.
I'm not gonna go as far as say that he's cooked. I can't. I just can't. I'm gonna say this. He definitely misses the training camp. He definitely misses the preseason games, and he's missing the continuity with his best wide receiver. I'm gonna say.
Wait. I gotta say, go against you on that, because this, like saying, like, this is one of the best offensive years ever, almost. Like, everybody's putting up like 500 yards. The problem is, man, you talking about putting more passes on him.
I'm just saying him.
I'm saying in training camp you put more passes on him. I think that arm has a date on it. It has a return date on that right now.
See, I think it's more. I think it's more of an old car that needs to be warmed up.
Let's see when Mike Thomas come back. Let's see what kind of passes he's throwing. But right now he's dinking and dunking. Let's be real.
You're right. No, you're 100% right.
Sometimes he might be turning into Matt Ryan. Where Matt Ryan needs Julio. We saw in the Super Bowl, Julio snatched away 3 or 4 interceptions, and I was like,
oh yeah,
Matt Ryan is not that good.
No,
I don't think Matt Ryan's that good. I would agree with Austin on that. I think Matt has
totally
survived on the fact that he's always had first-round wide receivers and the greatest tight end ever played the game. And the greatest tight end ever played the game. So I think he's lived off that his whole life.
Right.
So I agree with Austin on that one.
I do too.
We're seeing the age of we're seeing a change, I think, fellas. I think we're seeing
change
the
of arms is coming. The change of arms is coming. All right, well, hey, this is the portion of the show everyone comes for. It's the best part of the week for me. I love this part of the week. I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are prepared because it's time for Yes Ma'am, No Ma'am. Marshall, since you joined late.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let you start off, though. I need your fantasy football Yes Ma'am quarterback of the week.
I am going to be a homer right now. And
No.
It's killing me to say it.
Dude.
It's killing me to say it. 2 gloves Teddy, baby. 2 gloves Teddy. He is, hey, dude, him and Robbie Anderson have found synergy. And if he can get something with DJ Moore and Curtis, and plus and if he gets Christian back, he's putting up almost 250 a game. Passing.
Hold
he's like
up, Marshall.
in the league.
I don't know if y'all like. I had Mike Davis, right? I stole him in another league, and I'm like, he ain't gonna give me Christian numbers, right? But I'm like, Mike Davis is kind of balling, dude. Like, I don't know if y'all paying attention. Mike, like, he getting like 8 catches a game. He getting 100 yards. He getting touchdowns. I'm like, wait a minute. Is this the position or is it McCaffrey?
It's the art of the handcuff.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Well.
But I'm wondering if they slow play Christian on the way back, and you can get both of them for a couple of weeks before Christian kind of take control again.
That'd be nice to have like a double trouble thing again. Like
Yeah.
with
Hey, 1-2
like
punches.
He's putting up numbers you can't ignore. Like I don't know if the system, but Mike Davis is a beast, man.
Yeah, he's definitely. All right, Wes. Who's your quarterback? Yes, ma'am of the week.
We've been talking about it on the low, but it's Gardner Minshew. Like, I think my only thing, if DJ is hurt, DJ Shark is hurt, because I don't know if he finished the game last week, but I like Gardner, man. Like I said, it may be the Jacksonville thing and the Blake Bortles thing that I'm feeling, but I think he can give you some respectable numbers. He give you about 20, 25 points this week.
Okay. I'll tell you, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go with Kirk Cousins this week.
What? Who do they got?
I mean, they're playing Atlanta. I mean, in Minnesota. You know, Atlanta can't catch the COVID right now. I mean, they're terrible, dude.
That's pick.
You know, so I just for the week. I mean, I'm not a big Kirk fan, but I'll tell you this right now. I don't think there's a person on that team that could cover Justin Jefferson.
Or Adam Thielen.
Or Adam Thielen. If I just gave up my yes man wide receivers, I gave them up. But that's who I'm going with. Austin, who's your pick, bud?
Here we go. If he's playing, Cam Newton against Denver.
Yeah. What's the latest word? Anyone heard?
That's
anything?
Some get back right there. That's some Super Bowl get back right there.
Yep. Yeah.
He should be coming back, but this is still like,
right?
he's planning to come back this week.
Okay.
But,
it's been about 2 weeks for Cam anyway.
Yep. And Denver is just Denver. There's no Von Miller.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, hey, I'm just trying to get through the season.
Wait, is it really get back, Austin, if Von Miller's not on the field though? Since that's the person
Yep.
Hey, you take it how you get it. You take it
Right.
how you
Would.
get
Take it how you get it. Yeah.
I would, because hey, it's the team. Because they're like, yeah, Denver beat us. You know, like, you know.
Yeah.
So
I
if
got
he's
you.
playing Cam Newton,
Okay. Wes, give me your running back, bub.
My running back. Ooh, I don't even know. My running back started a week. I'm probably gonna go Singletary. I know he didn't do a lot tonight, but I think
Did not.
No.
I
Against the
think
Chiefs?
you can run on
Yeah,
the Chiefs.
Chiefs don't have that great of a. Yeah, I'll
You can
agree
run.
with that.
If you play it smart, you can run on them. But
Right.
if you get into a shootout and you playing catch up, then yeah, he may get some screen passes, but those count in fantasy.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Gibson for the Washington football team. Throw up your dubs, man. Throw up your
And the
dubs.
Giants, you might as well have went Freeman, because I think either one of
Either
them
or.
guys
I
in
mean,
that
they're
game.
both defenses are trash. I mean, but I think Gibson he's a good runner. I believe Kyle Allen's starting, so you don't trust him to throw the ball too much. So he's gonna get the carries. So I'm gonna go with Gibson this week. What about you, Austin? Where you at, running back wise?
I got Montgomery against the Panthers. We
That's
can't
a good
stop the
pick.
run.
Yeah.
Good
We
God.
cannot stop the run for
Stop the
Really?
run.
He
Gurley
hasn't
was-
been having that great a
Pick.
year.
Yeah, I mean,
We just gave Gurley the career game.
yeah, he
Career.
didn't have any
He went
knees.
121 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like,
He
so-
has none. He couldn't run.
no, yeah, he can't. And like that's
You
why
know-
I know Kenyon
He
Drake is
couldn't. I saw no speed.
no, it's slow motion, and that's why I know that Kenyon Drake is washed because he didn't do anything against us.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So-
He's not that. Well, I like Kenyon though. What about you, Marshall? Where you at with your running back?
I'm gonna go with tried and true, man. Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs is a beast this year, man.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's on a bye.
Down a
Love
bye week though. Good, great pick, buddy.
Oh,
Hey, but I love it.
Sorry.
Hey, I appreciate the love.
Oh boy, here we go. Friendship never ends. Whatever.
Well, we're gonna go against the Vikings. Let me go. I think Gurley's having a resurgence. Let's go with Gurley one more time against the Vikings. I don't think.
Yeah,
they
no,
stop
they
the
don't
run
have a
either.
good running defense either. So no, that's a good pick. I'll start
Plus,
off the
they're passing the ball to him now. So
I'm going to start off the wide receivers, and I got a few that I really like this week that I think have just really good matchups. I'm going to go Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp is going to have a blowout game against the 49ers. They're on the West Coast, so there's not a lot of traveling involved. I don't like the 49ers pass defense at all. I don't like anything on their defense right now at all. So I'm gonna go with Cooper Kupp on that one. What's up with you, Austin? Where you at with yours?
Calvin Ridley.
Who?
Julio is still a little banged up.
I gotta be honest with you. Calvin really is a little sore spot for West down there. He gave him 0 points a few weeks back, and West.
Marshall, no. That was the week I played Marshall.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
Ridley's playing against the Vikings. So
Yeah, that's
No, he'll play Packers. Those Packers. He was playing
No.
against Packers.
They're playing against them, the Vikings, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
me and Marshall-
you're right. You're right.
That may be the game
Yeah.
of the week for us right now, as far as the podcast is concerned. We got stars all around. Marshall, who you got for your wide receiver? Someone that's actually playing this week, if you don't mind.
Somebody's actually playing Monday Night Football. I'm telling you, this guy's gonna go off against that Cowboys defense because they are trash. The Arizona wide receiver. God, they just traded for him.
D.
Yep.
Hopkins? Really?
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't think of D. Hopkins.
I couldn't at the time. I'm
Is
outside of Texas. Give me a
It's
break.
that Texas brother. I'll give it to you on that one. I'll give it. No, D. Hop should. I mean, that game right there is going to be whatever the over is. Put your house on the line for that because they're going to score some points in that game.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, any wide receiver in that game is gonna go
Yeah.
off.
yeah.
Oh, just go crazy in that
Yeah.
game. All right, Wes, who you got, bud?
I wanted to go somebody in that Dallas game because I believe in Andy. But
Go with Andy Dalton. That's right, buddy. Go Andy, baby.
I'm trying to pick somebody not top 10. I'm going to go, what's his name? Devontae Parker. I just see.
He's been playing good. Him and Preston Williams. Him and Preston both been playing good.
Yeah, like I said,
they got something.
I'm a believer in Fitz magic, so I think he's going to keep it going. Like, I think I got him in a couple of leagues, and I think he's been double digits last couple of weeks, and I think he's been off the radar. But I'm like, put Parker in there. You'd be comfortable.
Right. I'll tell you, this is becoming one of my favorite positions. Austin, start us over with the tight ends, man.
Oh, man, I hate that position.
Love it. Love every second of it. And you know who I'm going with, too, Wes.
Let me go with Evan Ingram.
Ooh,
they play Washington, I believe. So
yeah, they play Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and light them up, because
that's going to be again. Anyone in that game, you just score. Any receiver, tight end on either side. Shit, if Jordan Reed was still playing, even if he was hurt, he'd score 15 points
in the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
That's it.
Marshall, who's your tight end, bud?
It's gonna have a resurgence because we cannot cover tight ends. We have terrible linebackers, so I'm gonna go with Jimmy Graham.
Bro, Whitehead.
Dude, Jimmy's playing lights out. Dude.
Whitehead. He's
oh my
gonna
God.
get like at least 3 pass interferences in that game. I'm telling you right now, that dude is trash.
Wes, who you got on tight end?
Since he was playing this week, the guy from Green Bay, Tanya.
Yeah, the Tanyan machine, buddy. The dude is an animal. And he's
Abrams stole him out of somewhere. Abrams stole him.
Boom. Hey, you know the funny part was Austin, we were talking about him on the podcast, it was last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And, I mean, everyone was just like, because Genus had brought him up, I had brought him up, and then so while I was putting the podcast up on YouTube, I was like, let me see what I can do. Put a little claim in for him. I wake up in the morning, and Wes and Genus were above me in the waiver wire, but neither one of them went after him because he was on a bye week. I was like, whatever. My team sucks enough. We're just good. I'll just pick up someone on a bye week. It's not a big deal. I love him. That would have been mine if you didn't take him from me, Wes. I love that dude. That's my dude, man. I'm gonna go with T.J. Hawkinson off of a bye week. I think Matt Stafford is going to come out guns a-blazing. He finally got Galladay back healthy. He has Marvin Jones Jr. If he learns how to catch a pass, he's going to be deadly. And Hawkinson, I think Hawkinson is a beast. So, well, let's go to the next portion where not even your mom will start you in the fucking league. The no mans, the no way in hell am I starting this guy, even if they paid me. And I'm going to kick it off on this one. Hey, Joe Flacco, I hope you break your nose this week. Hell, Joe Flacco is the epitome of garbage. So if you are desperate and need a quarterback, leave it blank. Don't pick up Joe Flacco. That's my 2 cents. Boo Flacco. Austin, what's up with you, man? Who the hell were you nowhere near starting as a quarterback? No, man.
Allen.
No, he's not a quarterback.
Quarterback.
Oh, my bad. Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen.
I don't know his name too well because he's not that good.
He was your quarterback for a good 8 weeks, man. So.
Oh yeah, and he fell out my brain just like the ball fell out of his hand every single time. I've watched him. Like
Love
I know.
it.
I was actually at the Cardinals game in Phoenix. And everybody was raving about. He hasn't had any interceptions. And I was like, he fumbled 6 times in 2 games.
Right.
He recovered 4 of them.
Yep.
He recovered 2 of them.
Right.
I was like, this dude, and it's such a big difference between him and Cam. Like,
Oh my God, it was.
you touch Cam is like, get out of here. You touch I think it was somebody just grazed past Kyle Allen, and that ball went 10 yards. I was like, what you doing? So
That's Ron Rivera's boy. Ron loves him, boy. So
Hey,
He
All
don't
right,
seem
Marshall.
like a big dude anyway. Like,
no,
he
he's
doesn't seem like
tiny. He's tiny.
he's tiny, but especially when you compare him to Cam.
Right.
Like he's the next guy after Cam. It's like
Yeah. I mean, Cam's just a monster. Plus his hair gives him another 3 feet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Marshall, who are you putting in the chokehold this week?
Hey, man, I'm telling you right now, it's a revenge game that's about to happen. And there's a guy who got suspended last year who's going to get a chance to hurt somebody. Big Ben, do not start him this week because
Oh my God,
Miles
I didn't
Garrett
think
is
about
coming.
that. I did not even think about that.
He is Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Yeah, that's
The
going to be the
fight
grudge
last
matchup.
year? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Ben's going
that's
to catch some flack on that one.
yeah. Miles Garrett is going. He's going to look for what's his name on the sideline and be like, "You got something to say? You got something to say?"
Yeah.
Wes, who you got, buddy?
My no man this week is, damn it, Wentz. But my only concern is they play Baltimore, but he's gonna get so much volume. Like he's gonna have so much attempts
Right.
to make a bad day look good by the end of the day.
Right.
But I'm
wouldn't
hesitant
start him.
in
Yeah, I
starting.
wouldn't start him either. Oh, yeah, that's
But he can end up with like 20 points on some ugly numbers.
right. Some total garbage time with like 3 minutes left in the game. Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree. Which my boy Joe Burrow did not get any point. He had 4 points. Four. Like Tom Brady. Is it the fourth quarter?
Oh man.
Fourth quarter? Yeah, that
That's
was embarrassing.
oh man, that should have been.
I love you, Mitch. I was going to say him, but I don't know who he's playing.
It doesn't. They're playing Indy this
Colts.
week.
They're playing the Colts.
Ooh, I should have picked them then. Who I should have picked him?
It's going to be another bad week for Joe Burrow.
Is he going to make it through the year? Is that my question?
I don't think not the way he's going right now. And you know what? Real quick though, I want to say something. Shame on you, AJ Green. I'm talking to you right now, AJ Green. Shame on you. You let that ball. You didn't even attempt to go for that ball. I get that he's making some bad passes. I get it. But Joe's also trying his damnedest. Joe's being strong in there. So I'm Team Joe Burrow. But yeah, the way he's going right now, he's going to be on the disabled list very soon.
You know what? You know what that reminded me of? The AJ Green play reminded me of what was it? Austin, was it 2017-18? It was 17. Cam to Kelvin Benjamin didn't run after that pass, and Cam had to make that tackle.
Yep.
And that's what started that shoulder.
Yep.
That's what reminded. And Kelvin did not try to do anything at that play.
He went straight to the buffet.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about him. All right, Austin, let's go. What are we at? Running backs? Running back on you, buddy.
Go with Miles. Is it Miles Sanders?
Yeah.
Yeah,
against the Ravens. No,
Yep. I'm not starting any running back against the Ravens unless it's like somebody crazy like.
But hold up, Austin.
Hmm?
Wouldn't you have felt that same way last week when they played the Steelers?
Any running back against the
No, Miles Sanders. Like the way you feeling now, because you don't want to start Miles Sanders against Baltimore.
Mhm.
I felt that way last week when he played the Steelers, because I got Miles Sanders, and I'm like, hey, you got to play. Like it's too much draft value in Miles Sanders for me. Like I think he's my second, third pick, whatever.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're the top three, then yeah, you got to play him.
Yeah, so I just felt like, okay, I can't bench you because I feel it's a bad matchup. I'm going to squeeze whatever I can get out of you on this matchup, and he was all right. Like I don't know how the hell he scored, but he only had like 15 carries or whatever, but he scored a touchdown and he had like 80 yards.
But I mean, like,
not bad.
If
I'm not
like,
expecting nothing like a 40-point or a 30-point game, no. But hey, you give me 15 points on a tough matchup, I'm Gucci. That's all I gotta say.
Well, my thing is he gonna get you 15? And also, who are your other running backs? Like, would you start Taylor over Sanders this week?
Yeah, because they're playing the Bengals.
Shut up.
But they do that. I mean,
I can't argue. I mean, I'm just
the
mad.
Bengals. I was like,
You mad, bro? I'm mad, bro. I'm mad, bro. I get it. No. Hey, I can't argue.
saying, yeah,
I can't argue it anymore.
Yeah, Austin, I would have played Jonathan Taylor because of the matchup over Sanders. So I get your point.
Yeah, like I mean, if you have other running backs lesser caliber with great matchups, I would definitely try to move him out the lineup. I'm afraid of Baltimore's defense.
Okay. What about you, Marshall?
I'm gonna repeat after Austin, man. I'm gonna go after Keon Drake. I don't like the Cowboys defense, but I think Keon Drake has done it. I think Chase Edmonds about to take his job.
They put money into Drake this year, though.
Yeah, they invested in him, so
He
they
put money, man. But
look, put it to you this way: as long as Kyler Murray's throwing touchdown passes, I don't think they're worried about the running back position.
I don't think they're running. Yep, I agree.
So,
I think Kyler gets more yards.
Yeah. Wes, what about you, bud?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so hard. I was gonna go with Le'Veon Bell because I didn't like the matchup. But I'm like, I don't even know if I want to kick him while he's down because it's probably what he wanted out of New York. So, I'm going with the Baltimore running backs, not because they're not good, just because I don't know who to start.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of got that.
Cares.
Yeah, like I'm like, I can't even know who to start. Like, you want to think is Ingram, but it's like, shit, it may not be Ingram. It could be Gus the Bus. It could be, the rookie they got, J.K. Dobbins. So I'm like, I don't want no parts of that backfield until they figure out what they doing, unless it's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
there's only two players to start on that offense, man. Really, it's Lamar and Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll say sometimes you got Hollywood Brown in your flex.
And sometimes, but he's boom or bust. He's boom or bust. He's like your second wide receiver or flex position.
Wes, I'm going to ride with you. I'm going to go with any running back on the 49ers. I think that the Rams defense right now is locked and loaded. And they're, Donald is just swallowing up anything in the middle. So,
but don't sleep on a rivalry game. Them, even though like the Rams may look good because they play the NFC East, but when you start getting into the rivalry, teams that you got to play twice a year,
dude, they look terrible against the Giants. They looked okay against Washington. When they play teams like this is when the Rams shine. This is the Rams game when they play teams that either they should lose to or they're evenly matched to. But right now, I think the Rams got a little chip on their shoulder because they could see that first place is theirs for the taking in that division.
They got Seattle, dude. I ain't giving.
I think Seattle.
Russ is having a magical season, man. It looks like one of those seasons, man.
It's
Jesus.
early. It's still early.
Russ
But
turned the robot gene on too high. He's going crazy.
Well,
Is Mostert back? Is the Rod Mostert back?
He's back. Yeah.
I don't know. I like him. I him.
I just like the Rams defense, man. So that's why I'm going with that. All right, Marsh. I'm gonna let you go. Start off with the wide receiver, man.
Start out with the wide receiver. I would not. Yeah, AJ Green.
Sorry, man.
Just so everyone knows, this will be the last time Marsh shows on the podcast. Last time.
That's the first Cincinnati player I named. AJ Green. I'm sorry, dude. After he didn't go after that bat, dude, he is checked out. He is checked out.
He is checked out. But I actually think he's injured. I don't know if he's even playing this week. So we'll move on. Hey, Wes, who's your wide receiver?
I want to say Jay Crowder because I don't believe in Adam Gase or that offense.
Right.
But he's all they got. He's like, not the thing about it. Le'Veon Bell gone. Who is Donald?
Chris Herndon, baby. Chris Herndon.
No.
That's my no man sit tight end, by the way. A little preview for that. So.
But it's got to be Crowder. Like, I like Crowder. I think he can get PPR. But when you start to focus on him, because that's all it is on the Jets.
Right. No, I agree. I totally agree. My wide receiver this week, I'm not going to take shots at my friends over here who like a certain team. I'm not going to, just dig on them. I am going to say I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Mike Evans. I'm going to say Mike Evans.
Nice. I'm glad you coming back next week because we're going to hold you down to that.
Oh, yes.
The Packers have shown they have a pretty decent defense. And, you know, I just, look, I'll preface it and say like what Gina said a few weeks ago. I'm not saying he's not going to give you 10 to 15 points, but he's not going to have a Mike Evans 30-point game against the Packers this week.
Mike Evans is, I don't want to say he's touchdown dependent, but he ain't getting no yaks, man. He just getting 2-yard touchdowns.
He had 7.
He's getting one.
You know, he's not giving you no.
He's getting one big pass and a touchdown. He's getting one big pass and a touchdown.
He's doing about close to 20 to 25 points a week. And I'm just saying
that's what he is. I agree.
And I'm saying he's not gonna get that this week. That's that's my 2 cents. All right, I'm gonna let you finish it off, Mr. Austin.
All right, I actually have Will Fuller because it looks like Brandon Cooks is starting to become that next person.
Yes,
they're playing against the Titans. Titans have a solid defense,
dude.
Like solid. So
as the Bills,
John Watson might be running. Oh yeah. Josh Allen's running for his life today. But yeah, so and then also Will Fuller may not make it through the game.
Right.
Facts.
Good point. Facts. I'll give you that.
Soft tissue injuries. My leg. He's out. So.
Wes, I'm just gonna say my no ma'am is Chris Herndon. Just by the way, I don't even have to talk. Wes, you go.
Zach Ertz.
God damn,
I don't know who got Zach Ertz, but I got him in the league, and I'm like, oh man, like he's on borderline cut. Like he holding the spot on my bench because I got Mike Gesicki, and I'm like, hey man, you a name, and I
That's
can't.
all he is right now is a name. Yeah. He's not doing anything, man.
But he's like one of them things when you release him. You know, everybody's going to be like, whoa, Zach Ertz, you know, just on the name. And I'm like, he's going to come back. Carson's going to get it back. When Deshaun and Alshon come back, that offense is going to be better. Like, I'm holding off hope that he's going to be a top 5 tight end. But,
yeah, right now it's not good. Austin, we'll skip over to you, bud. Give me a tight end.
All right. Gronkowski. Gronkowski,
the available body they got.
Yeah.
Right, but even if he's available, he's unavailable. He can't get open. He can't run.
Cameron Brate's lighting it up.
Right, the third string now.
Yeah.
You know, so they brought in Gronkowski to block, and I think the Packers have have great matchups against tight ends. So they usually shut him down. So yeah, Gronkowski, he's just a name.
There we go. With that, get rid of them names.
Yep.
You want to know the name of the Bengals tight end? I can give it to you if you need to know it, man.
Brad Sample.
Drew Sample.
I guess I'm gonna go with Hunter Hurst, man. I guess that Vikings defense.
Another one. Yeah.
Him and Matt Ryan are not on the same page at all because that was a touchdown. He didn't have to jump for that. That was stupid. He could have ran under that one.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I'm going Hunter Hurst.
Okay. Well, great picks, guys. Wonderful picks. So it's coming towards the end. You know, this is what when we recap the fantasy week as it was. Shut up, Wes. We'll talk about it in a second. But Austin, you know, you are a honorary member of No Ma'am. You know, although you're not part of the league, you know, we're in a league together, last man standing league. But you know, your three people in the video with you today are No Ma'am combatants, and
yeah.
I have one more thing to say. I want to thank Marshall for giving me the inspiration for my team names this year.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Appreciate it.
Hey.
As soon as he said fantasy school, I was like, oh, I got something to do each week.
Hey,
You have been
so
running with that, which I'm like,
Okay.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, you running that joke into the ground, ain't you?
Hey,
So
the
Every
whole
day.
year. The
What's
whole
the
year.
fantasy class this year?
so let's put this into context. And Marshall, I have the ability to mute you, so I will. So you,
Here we go. Here we
listen.
go.
I don't want you to speak about this because we don't normally talk about other leagues, but I want to ask Wes. Okay, I just want to. It's gonna be real quick. I just want to ask Wes's opinion on
Okay.
this. Okay, and then I'm gonna let Austin.
I do not. I don't get the answer. I don't
Listen.
get the answer.
You get no talking. I will mute you. I promise. Listen to me. So Wes, we've talked about this before. In fantasy football, when you're having a less than stellar season, sometimes you have to give up certain players, right, to get certain players to get maybe volume back. That's going to help you in other positions, right?
Okay.
But do you or would you ever trade with the guy who's in first place and has a really stacked team? Do you give that person more ammunition, more firepower? Yes or no?
What position am I sitting? Like you're saying that I'm trading my best player for value in other positions.
Okay,
And
so let's.
I'm trading my best player to the number one team for more value in my lineup.
But no players. Austin, back me up on this one, buddy. He traded away Hilaire. He gave Hilaire
Not my best player.
his best player.
He's not my best player.
He gave him Hilaire, Noah Fant, and who else?
And I can't
That's
remember
it.
the third one.
No, you gave him 3 players.
Those
For who?
three. And
Oh,
then
Swift, the running back
Okay.
Swift.
Yeah, Swift.
So he
From
gave
Detroit.
he gave the number one team Swift, Hilaire, and who was the third guy?
Noah Fant.
Yeah,
And
Noah
Noah
Fant.
Fant.
And
And who did you get in return?
is what? Singletary,
I got
McLaren,
Singletary, McLaren,
Goff.
and the quarterback and golf.
and there was
and I
another
got-
player.
A tight end. What tight end they give me? Was it Graham?
Nah, I don't think it was Graham.
No, I don't think it was Graham. But anyway, from what you just heard, is that like a likable trade to a first place team? Giving the first place team Hilaire and not getting any major name back.
He just said not a major name.
You're
Yes,
saying,
sir.
yeah, not a major name,
I said I will mute you. I will mute you, sir.
like I said, it depends on Marshall's lineup. Like, I kind of like what he got out of that because
Thank you,
I think the
Jesus.
best player he gave up was Hilaire out of his side.
Well, Noah Fant was good until he had quarterback issues, but no offense.
Exactly. The other guys that he gave up have questions outside of Hilaire. So what he got back, I mean, he got Singletary. You got to worry about Zach Moss. I think he said Jimmy Graham. He's scoring touchdowns, and that's what fantasy is. If you guys scoring touchdowns, that's what you want at a tight end position. McLaren, number one for Washington. Like, I understand.
You could be
your
number
side
one
of it,
for
that's
Washington
saying,
right
hey,
now.
the best team got probably the best player out of the deal. But what he got back, I can see, he's got number one players back that can help him.
But what Austin and I and even Lewis had said to Marshall was, we get that you got good players. We're not arguing that fact. What we're arguing the fact is you made a deal with the devil, the first place team. You made them better.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm gonna
Now,
mute
Come
you.
on.
Did you take away any
man.
starters? Like, was McLaren his starter? Was
Yes.
Singletary
Yeah.
his starter?
No, McLaren was not his starter. Hold on. I'm going to tell you this guy's team. Hold on a second. Now you're going to make me go to this guy's team. Hold on a second.
You need to pull up Hilaire's
check out
points.
So here's the sad part about it. You ready, Wes? Noah Fant still on his team. Hilaire still on his team. And Swift. He hasn't played Swift since he got him. and he already dropped McLaren.
No,
Who
No.
dropped McLaren?
no, I didn't drop McLaren.
No, you didn't get.
I got McLaren. I got McLaren.
That's what you said. You gave. What did you give up for him?
Oh no, he got McLaren. No, so
I got McLaren. I gave up Noah Fant, Swift, and Allaire. And I got a quarterback because Deshaun Watson is struggling. I got a number one running back, a tight end, and a number one wide receiver.
Yeah, and
I was trying to tell y'all.
He already had he has Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott. Well, now he doesn't have Dak, obviously.
And now he doesn't have Dak. The number one team doesn't have Dak anymore.
Oh,
he's losing.
You can find a quarterback.
Yeah, you can find a quarterback. Well, anyway, let's move on. Marshall, great trade.
40 points a
Great
week.
trade for you. Stupid trade to the first place guy. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. So I'm going to be a man, unlike a lot of people that play fantasy football. I'm going to be a man. First, I'm going to say congratulations, Mr. James Eason. You beat me. You beat me by 7 points. Okay? I played scared this week. I played scared. I'll be honest with you. I had A.J. Brown on my bench, decided not to play him because I was afraid that this game was not going to play. A.J. Brown scored 21 points. That lost me the game right there. I also had Ryan Tannehill on the bench, 36 points. And I had Randall Cobb give me 10 points. I lost to Wes. I played scared this week, and I think you guys know me well enough to know that I typically don't play like that. I typically do not play like that. But this COVID got my mind fucked up. So
That's a
COVID
very
got me all
reasonable
fucked up.
reason.
So congratulations, Wes. You beat me. You beat me fair and square. No issues here. You could have the floor for 10 seconds, you bastard.
No, like I said, let me keep it going. So let me give it up to Marshall. He beat me 2 weeks ago. So I know he's supposed to be on the show, and they were talking trash to us because we were on the bottom. But I just want to talk to Marshall because that's my brother. We ran this league last year. I don't care what Gina's got to say. What nobody else got to say.
Nobody gotta say.
Hey, I was a third wheel to you guys all season. I was a third wheel to you guys all season long. So
Wes,
Well,
we
good,
were
like I said.
we were the
New
Patriots and the Panthers. 2015, we were
oh,
running
boy, here we
this
go.
league. It was back and forth. I'm winning by 40 points. Wes winning by 30 points. It came to the last week. Wes finally loses. I get first place. And then Genius comes out of nowhere with the garbage lineup, and our players get hurt the same week and beat us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So,
That's
hey,
crazy.
Austin, just so you know, the way it went down is Marshall basically ran the table all season long. He had a bomb squad. He was killing it all year long. Wes was in second place all year long. I was in third place all year long. Genius, the guy who wound up winning the league, squeaked into the playoffs.
But Mitch, hold on.
Then,
You got to put more context on it. I only had 2 L's for the year. Marshall had like 1.
Yeah.
One.
It was like, woo.
It
It was like, woo.
Dude,
Yeah,
we
no,
were
that-
supposed to
that-
meet in the
like,
championship.
what?
We
It's
knew we were
over.
meeting in the championship. This is over.
and
This is over. And he stuck in like the Giants and beat the undefeated team. He stuck
Hey,
in like the Giants and beat
Wes,
me.
did Genius beat you and then beat Marshall?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, that's one thing about fantasy. I've always tell everybody,
You
just
got to get hot. Whenever you hot.
yeah, that
go.
and just get to the playoffs. There's no home field
Mhm.
advantage.
Right.
It's not. It's just fantasy football. Just get
Right.
to the final 6,
Play your matchup.
and then yep.
Hey, matchups. That's it.
Well, hey,
And
you know
hopefully
what?
you get lucky.
Since we're on the Marshall friend train, I'm gonna give him the golf clap of the week.
Thank you.
Marshall beat Kenny this week, 115-93. So good job, Marshall. You had a good week. You had a solid week. You got Herbert, which is great, 35 points. Shark let you down, obviously, with only 4 points, and Singletary with 4 points, but and Zach Ertz, but you squeaked out. He lost Moss. He had Dak Prescott. So he He had some issues. Yeah, he had.
Oh, he had bad issues.
Yeah, he had bad issues.
I'm going to give a secret shout out to my Bengal brother because we had that conversation earlier in the week. And I was saying, Cam was COVID. I didn't have a quarterback. I was sitting there like, what am I going to do?
That's
and my brother said, you know what? That Justin Herbert's looking kind of good. I was like, you know what? You're right.
Hey, and that's the advantage of living 9 doors down from me, by the way, just so you know, man. You know.
Hey, 38 points. Hey, you're going to get a steak dinner, baby.
I'll tell you, hey, real quick, my dad, I got to give it out to my dad, man. And Kelly's my boy. Shout out to Kelly. I love you to death, dude.
That's the heartbreak of the week, right there.
That is the heartbreak of the week. My dad beat.
Get him, Stu.
He beat Hitman 137.50 to 137.44. 0.6. 0.6. My dad is on some sort of a streak right now.
Hold up. The sad thing about that, Kelly got damn Henry, and he didn't play like the last 5 minutes of that quarter.
He went up by 40 points.
He still had 19 points though. He still had 19 points though.
Okay, dude.
He could have got 30. That was a 30-point game. I just needed one more yard.
But wait a second. I talked to Kelly last week, and I'm going to say this. You know, it's Austin made a great comment earlier about this. Just because a guy gives you 30 points one week, he's not going to give you 30 points every week, and you got to stop relying on that. It's a matchup. Fantasy football is about matchups. So, Kelly was going into this week thinking Odell was going to give him 60 points. It wasn't going to happen.
You can't chase points. You can't chase points.
You can't chase points.
I'll tell you, I'm going to give the shout out of the week though to Lewis. I have no choice. Choice. Everyone last week picked Lewis to lose to Carlos, and he beat him by over 30 points.
Well, thank you, Mitch. Lewis' head just got big. It was big.
It was big to begin with.
The reason why
get out the house now. Yeah. He can't even come out the house.
I'm not to bang on you, Mitch, but the reason why because he played Joe Burrow. I love you, man. You my brother.
Hey,
Joe Burrow is ruining lives.
Hey, Austin, there may be a new spot open on the No Man podcast. Oh my God, dude! Another great matchup by 3 points was Genus, who's one of the other hosts on the show, not able to make it tonight. Lost to your brother Wes, 109 106-12.
Oh, he got Russell Wilson. That's why.
Yeah, it's a close game, man. And my brother and Devin. I mean, my brother and Devin. So, that was a good one too. 133. Devin pulled out the victory. So, I mean, we're going to see a little bit of change at the top. I mean, Carlos is going to go to 3-2. Lee's going to go to 3-2. Shoot.
Yeah, the bottom
Lewis is 4-1 now. Yeah, Lewis is 4-1. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be 2-3. Kenny's 2-3. Big Chips is 3-2. My dad's 3-2. You're going to be 2-3. Marshall, you'll be 2-3. I mean, it's going to change. So
and Wes coming back. Hey, 2 champions rise to the top, Wes. 2 champions rise to the top.
Hold up, Marshall. Since you giving up on Hilaire, what you want for Hilaire and No Man?
I don't have Josh Jacobs in No Man League, so I don't think you're getting Hilaire. Okay.
Get him, Wes. He deserves every bit of it.
Oh, all right, y'all gonna go crazy.
All right, so let's look at these matchups. We're gonna go down the line. Based on if you got your stats in front of you, you're just gonna free ball it, whatever the hell you're gonna do. But we're gonna start off with
bring it on, Stu.
We're gonna start off with Lewis's matchup. Lewis versus Butch. I don't think Butch has his full lineup in there. You got to make some adjustments, but
it's a real big bye week, man. I think it's like 4 teams.
There's like 4 teams on the bye week this week. I'm gonna go Butch. I mean, Lewis get deflated a little bit.
I gotta see the matchups. I gotta see the teams.
Yeah, it's just from the eye test, it's going to be Lewis. Butch has got at least 2 people on bye.
Yeah, but he'll make some moves. He got something going.
And I don't know if he's going to find it on his bench. Maybe Aaron Jones, he can put that in there somewhere. But
yeah,
Russell Wilson on the bye, and he's got to pick up a defense, I think. Yeah, so.
Who's this quarterback? I don't even know who his other quarterback is.
I don't know. If it ain't nobody close enough to be Russell.
Yeah, so I'm going to refrain. I'm going to go Lewis all the way. I retract my statement. Lewis all the way. Lewis all the way. The next matchup.
I love you, big bro.
Hey, Mitch, quick question.
Yes,
I have a quick question to the 3 people of No Man's right now. How many of y'all just put a claim in for David Carr? I just want to know how many, how far I'm on that list right now.
Derek Carr.
Yes.
Derek Carr.
Is it Derek? Oh, it's Derek.
Oh yeah.
They was the other one.
David's on NFL Access.
Okay.
Is he available?
They're on a bye.
I see like 4 claims for that dude right now, and I want to know where am I at on that.
Yeah, they'll be on
I
a
guess
bye.
people don't care.
Well, no, I mean, guys like Butch needs a quarterback for this week. His guy's on a bye. He's gonna have to go. He's gonna have to go after Daniel. Well, he may be a homer and go after Daniel Jones, his own boy. You got Gardner Minshew out there. You got Fitztragic. You got Rivers. You got Foles out there. You got Kyle Allen.
Oh, you got Fitzmagic against the Jets. That's all day.
Yeah, that's all day for him. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Streaming quarterback of the week.
Hey, Butch.
Yeah.
Call me. Cam might be available, baby. Call me, Butch. Cam might be available.
Well, so let's talk about your matchup. You play Carlos this week.
All right.
You got let's see what you got. You got Herbert on a bye. That sucks for you.
Yep.
You got Chark that is questionable. You got
You need a kicker.
Yeah, you need a kicker right now. Your kicker's on a bye.
I'll go pick my man back up.
So you got to look at a quarterback as well, buddy. You may want to put in a claim after the podcast is over. You know,
I already got my claim out for David Carr. I told you that.
I hope you do have him with David Carr because you won't get him because he works for the NFL Total Access Group.
Yeah.
That's
it's the same stats as Tim Tebow.
I'm praying for Cam to come back. That's what I'm praying. I'm praying for Cam to come back this week.
He should be back, I think.
He should.
Yeah. If Cam comes back this week, I'm okay.
Actually,
be okay.
There's a little article out there. Looks like Cam offered dinner to another teammate's wife. I didn't click on it and read it, but that's what it looks like.
Oh, Cam.
I'm not surprised.
Cam, you got 8 kids. Stop trying to beat Sean Kemp.
Okay,
Stop trying to beat Sean.
The New York Post headline is Patriots teammate, which is Stephon Gilmore. So his wife denies Cam Newton dinner. So I guess that. Okay.
Damn, Cam.
Wow, Cam.
Own locker room.
I thought you were saying an opposing
team. I thought an opposing team.
Maybe she misunderstood him. Maybe she wanted to go shopping with her, kind of pick out some new blouses and stuff.
Wow.
Okay. So the quote from Gabrielle Gilmore, there was no dinner out. I was going to help you guys out so you can stop spreading false news. So anyway, maybe it's false, but either way, go ahead.
So,
yeah, that's false.
Stuff.
The next matchup.
Cam wouldn't do that.
The next matchup is the boys Rock versus Genus. Lee got some issues.
Could be a good matchup.
Well, Lee got some issues. He got Lockett on a bye. He got Allen on a bye. He has Chris Carson on a bye. He has Hunter Henry on a bye. Latavius Murray on a bye. And Lutz on a bye.
I wish I would have played Lee this week.
Yeah, Lee would have been a good person to play this week. And his backup defense is on a bye, but not that he needs him anyway. But I mean, he could put in Thompson. He could put in Slayton. I mean, he has some guys, but it's going to be Genius.
He don't got enough. He got to make some cuts.
Yeah, he's got some. He's going to have to make some moves on the wire, because Gina's got a full team. He has not one guy on a bye. So, yeah, but Genius isn't scoring a lot of points. So if we could somehow make some magic happen, you know, you got the next one, Kelly versus Devin. They both look to be healthy and full. I don't think anyone's on a bye on either one of their teams. Actually, they're
No.
both they're all at full strength. So I'm gonna go Kelly in this one. I'm just gonna Kelly. Kelly's a fighter, man. He's gonna bounce back from the 6 victory loss that he took to my dad. He also made a joke, though. I gotta say this, and you guys rode with the joke a little bit. My dad's first 2 wins this year was against me and Lee, so he owned his own sons. You know? So now he got Kelly.
Shout out Stu.
Now shout out to Stu. He got Kelly. He got Kelly on the radar. He's about to put his other son, on check this week. Well, let me stop that because he has a lot of buys too. He has Breeze on buy, Metcalf on a buy, and he has he's not looking good. Unfortunately, it looks like West and West doesn't have his flex in, so yeah, it looks like my dad's streak may come to an end, but you never know. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Big Stu, I got you, baby. I'm riding with you this week. Going with you, buddy. And then I got Kenny.
End of the show.
Just whatever, dude. Like, I'm going to lose probably. I mean, the only thing I got is Kenny has Dak Prescott. He's going to have to find a replacement for him. He has Moss. Also, Kenny has Dallas's defense. I mean, really, at this point, Kenny, seriously, like if he keeps Dallas's defense in and he wins, I'm gonna let my wife play fantasy the rest of the season. I'm just gonna do the podcast, So
she might do better though.
She probably will.
Jen's a tough player.
So, look, man, I love y'all guys. Thank you for joining Marshall. Finally, we got you on. I know it's hard because you're on the road a lot. Be safe.
Welcome.
We love you, brother. We want you just to be safe and be happy. Austin,
love you guys too.
You're magic, dude. I'm telling you, the dude's magic. I mean, you did great tonight. Thank you. I hope you come back sometime. We'd love to have you, but
yeah, good luck in your league too.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it. I'm about to be 3-2.
Yeah, hey, question, Austin. There is a secret in our league that you're really not the best member of your family in fantasy anyway.
Ooh,
That's
bang,
not
bang.
a secret, though. No, like that's not. No, it's facts. Ask me.
It's facts. I'm really thinking that the reason you're winning now is because you're getting fantasy advice in house.
No,
they don't even live in the same place.
No, it's
there's some Zoom calls happening in the family. You get some help.
No, it's probably phone calls, but no, I mean it's like here's the thing. She's better than me. Like LeBron is better than Kevin Durant. We're both unstoppable.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, she's better than me. She has a little more championships than I do.
She's nasty.
Well, who gonna beat me?
Nasty, yo, no lie. Yeah. Like if I was to ever break the no man rule and allow a woman into the league, Aspen would probably get the first call.
Aspen would definitely get.
She would definitely get the first call. She's a beast. Shout out to Aspen, yo. She likes wrestling.
I don't think I've beaten Aspen
package.
in 3 years.
Yeah, she's
she drafts strategically. She is very, very smart. And then she doesn't like bullshit trades like that you get from you or whatever. So
okay. Let it go. Let it go.
But guys, love you to death. Appreciate everything, man. And stay blessed, stay up, stay COVID free. Peace out.
Thanks for having us.
Deserved.